Right on cue. All right, man.
It's actually nicer so we can talk in here.
It's so great, dude.
Goldie's better than me at this.
You should take notes.
Fuck.
The only downside is it's stipulated for the watch. I don't know if we can change. We can change that afterwards, I think, right?
Oh, I can change it right now.
Oh, sick. So peaceful, this music. So friendly.
All right, updated.
Thank you, sir.
Parallel now.
Appreciate it.
We'll grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Cool. That's just due to the source. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Trust me, I have done that so many times. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you could do that for preview.
Sure. Yeah, studio mode just locks what's going out to viewers, and then you can mess around.
Money said he could hear me.
Can you guys hear us? Can everyone hear us?
Dude, we're a part of the countdown. This is the best. We've never been a part of the countdown. I feel special.
We're part of the countdown.
This is I love it, actually.
Yeah, Yummy says he can hear us.
This is what it's like in the green room, guys.
I usually mute us in the VDO Ninja, but
that's probably it.
I don't know how you have the audio set up. Or we can just stay optical and give them a little bit more entertaining 10-minute ramp up.
This is what's required for a new show, guys, okay? Cellar ASMR.
This just got real.
Let me try and tap on my mic.
Huge raid incoming. Giant raid.
why I was being,
Hello.
I don't know why I was being quiet. I was like, I thought maybe.
Well, we may or may not be coming through on stream
I
right
think
now.
we are.
The green room.
It's a library.
The live.
Hey, you
No,
guys want to check
I
out any
had-
books?
I had the stream up and then you guys started, so I think we are coming through, but that's okay.
I love it. I love it
That's
so
all
much.
good.
Incredible. What's up, Allie?
Hello.
Welcome.
It's going.
Thanks so much for the raid.
Yeah. There
thank
is. I
It's
just
been a
spent
spicy
like
week, guys.
an hour talking about some of like the best like fantasy sci-fi stories. So it was like a nice primer for getting into
Yes.
today's show.
Yes. What's your top 3?
I mean, I'm gonna sound super basic, but growing up, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are like, my faves.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff.
No, you're not.
100%.
There's no way.
100%, dude.
You're a Ravenclaw at best.
At best.
Yeah.
At best.
You're not even gonna
Yeah,
give
dude.
me a Slytherin, dude? That's fucked up.
But we
The
were also
worst
talking
house.
about The Expanse too, which is obviously great as well.
Oh yeah.
The Expanse. I don't even know what
A
that
classic.
Bro, what?
Is that what they use for surgeries?
Yes. Yes, of course.
It's a medical term.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
Lore. Goldie, you're crushing it. You're crushing it again. All the right channels, I think.
Do a little retweet of the show.
Like, let's subscribe. Smash that like, subscribe.
What's up, Game Cellar? It's us here today. We're at Cheese-a-Palooza, the mac and cheese festival. You're trying all the different mac and cheeses.
Are you live on YouTube as well?
Yep.
Cool.
All the things. MySpace, we're adding next week.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, thanks a lot, Money. Thanks for ruining the show, dude.
Wow.
We trusted you. This is, you know what? This is classic Money.
It is.
This
It
is
really
what he
is.
does.
The game
Sure
rap.
about that? Yeah. Sure about that? Dude. No one wants to see this guy win, man. What the hell?
Goldie is Sky King. He hijacked the Game Cellar stream,
Holy shit.
flying around the Pacific Island.
Wait, you were literally on camera? You did it? Did you post news on our channel, dude? Are you trying to get us canceled? What the hell? We can never be canceled. Don't worry, I saw the notification. I deleted it with the quickness. Got you, man. What are friends for? I think Lord of the Rings, Allie, was the first real novels that like thick adult novels as a child, where I was like,
Yep.
holy shit, I feel like this is more words than I know.
Yeah, my experience with reading them was that you remember those like AR accelerated reading things in school where you had to like read books and take tests.
Mhm.
I was like, I was third grade. I've seen Fellowship. I don't need to read the first book. I'll just go straight into Two Towers.
I know this.
And I don't think it worked out super great. Just like diving in as like a 12-year-old, but
That's pretty great.
it's okay.
No, I think I got the rough idea here, guys. I'm just
The
gonna jump ahead.
artists are all about the vibe.
Classic Tolkien.
Dude, I'm functionally illiterate, so I read all 3 of those books and failed all the AR tests.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm pretty sure I failed the 2 tower.
I was like, I don't know. I think they fought some spiders.
Okay, wait. Hold on though. Rings of Power. Are you watching it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, of course we're watching it. Yes.
Visually so stunning.
Visually stunning. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, I know it's slow. House of the Dragon was pretty slow. So if you could put up with that.
Oh, I definitely put up with House of the Dragon. I freaking love it.
I'm all for it, man. You don't have to rush me through it.
It's true.
I know there's a lot of cynics though.
I know. There's a lot of people. I'm like super
Right.
cynical on Rings of Power, but I'm not so with House of the Dragon.
Okay. Yeah, no, I enjoyed parts of it.
Of which one?
Well, both, but Rings of Power
Okay.
in particular.
They're enjoyable moments. I'll give it that.
He's being so diplomatic right now.
Some enjoyable moments.
You Gucci? Sweet. Dude, thank you so much. Nah, I think you're okay, man. You've been cranking, man. This is needed, though. We need more, especially in lieu of all the conversations this week on social media.
Oh, what's happening? Is something going on online?
Oh, nothing.
Holy shit. Quality entertainment, though.
Hockey. It's only 364 more days till hockey season.
That's you, Goldie. Did you? Oh, man.
snap.
I'm so jealous.
Maybe
I'm
you'll win.
hearing soon TM for the US version.
Are you gonna open them, or do you just want to like preserve them sealed? Okay.
What a Chad.
Wait,
Amazing. I got it. Figured it was going to be something like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm super happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is the first show of Inside the Lines, and we are sponsored by the Game Cellar and Prime.Wiki, and we are being joined today. Our feature guest, Ali Straza, Parallel Ambassador, self-proclaimed lore goblin. I think that was the term you used earlier. I loved it. And we've got Orphan from the Game Cellar there on the top right, Rye, our good friend, and of course Vacation from Prime.Wiki and EP especially. And then myself, Goldie. I'm so happy to be here. It's been a long time coming, pretty much since we did our Prime.Wiki Awards back in January. I've been thinking about doing a show that was lore related. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm super excited. We got some awesome stuff to share with everyone. Thank you for your patience. This is my first time actually hosting a show on Twitch and OBS since like 2020. So thank you for bearing with me. And yeah, we got a lot of awesome stuff to share. We're going to talk a little bit about some Aftermath cards that have been leaking lately. We're going to get this awesome trailer from Comic Issue 5 to share with everyone. which is an exclusive, and then we've got some pretty cool lore trivia for everyone at the end of the show, where we will be giving away some Japanese parallel packs that just arrived on my desk today. And then we're also going to be giving away a collector pack from a Planetfall crate. So we got a lot of awesome stuff in store. I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to be on the Game Cellar and to finally get this program kicked off. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's super cool. Well, you gave me the keys, and now I can do whatever the hell I want. So, you know. Our OPSEC's a little weak right now. But yeah, this is awesome. I mean, there's so much to talk about. Obviously, there's absolutely nothing going on between, you know, Hearthstone fans and Parallel fans right now. But I think we're gonna cash that for now, because we're here to do one thing only, and that is explore Parallel lore. And that's kind of the catchphrase I came up with for this show and this program: exploring Parallel lore, nothing less, nothing more. And again, that's really what we're here to do, is just dive into the world and the expansive and expanding universe that is Parallel. There's so much lore to dig into. And like I've been saying for literally a couple of years now, it's still emerging, right? There's still so many things we do not know about the Parallel universe and the Paragons and the landscapes and the universe. So there's so much to get excited for, and there's still so much coming right now. So yeah, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and start. I think what I'll do is I will kind of break down a little bit of the program and what you can expect from inside the lines. And it is a community-driven program, so this is also about all of you guys out there that happen to love the lore. So let's see here. Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Okay, let's see. Are you guys still muted? Can anyone hear y'all?
Check. 1 2 1 2.
Can you hear us, guys? Let us know in the chat.
It's impossible to
anyone
tell.
in the chat.
All good. There we go. All right.
Again?
Yeah,
Sweet.
I didn't switch anything, so that's someone else's fault. It's definitely not
We're
mine.
so fucking back.
We're so
I'm very quiet. That's okay.
Orphan is never very quiet. So.
No, I'm loud.
Turn that
Oxymoron.
shit down. Turn his down.
And Beijing says, I can hear everyone who matters, which is clearly just me. So,
Unbelievable, dude.
Yo,
Shots fired.
share.
Jared, let's go. Thank you, brother. All right, so part of the program is, like I said, obviously we're focused on Parallel lore and making sure that everyone understands, you know, what is canon and what is still emerging. And so to kind of support the program, one of the things that I did is that I created an online toolkit specifically for the program. And I'm going to share this link after the show is over. Everyone will have access to it. It's totally free. It's a living document, right? So this is an opportunity for you guys to really dig in and see, as the lore is emerging, what else is available and what else is there to explore. So this document is very straightforward. It's a pretty simple online toolkit, and it's going to include an actual breakdown of all the Parallel lore. So you're looking at the two main storylines between the event and the priming. There's a lot of great cinematics that Parallel has shared over the past 2 or 3 years. And then obviously on the website itself, which is the main source for Parallel lore, we have the stories for each of the 5 parallels. That's also where you can find a breakdown and a description of the 15 paragons, 3 for each parallel. And then as well, the comics are another key piece of lore that we lean on to kind of unravel this universe. So links are there to all 4 issues of the comics. And obviously we've got a teaser to share for comic number 5. Another key piece of lore that is canon are going to be all the TCG cards, all of the cards in the Alpha set, Planetfall, and of course the next set, which is Aftermath. So all the flavor text on those cards, that is pure juicy lore for everyone. And then another great way to kind of dig into the world is to follow all the artists on the team on social media. Every once in a while, they're sharing sketches or concept art or renderings if the team isn't doing it. So that's another great way to dig into Parallel lore. And then a few other pieces that kind of comprise what we have to work with right now would be all of the cosmetics that are available on the website. So that's going to include the Paragon skins, the emotes, the card frames, which have titles, the card backs have titles, the field backs, and then the battle tracks. There's only 5 of those. Another piece of the lore that I wanted to share were the landscapes. So those have also been kind of distributed on social media for the past couple of years, and those are all great glimpses into the universe of Parallel. And then we have the native languages, which I think are really awesome, and there hasn't really been too much shared about those, but we have links to each of the 5 native languages for each of the parallels. So this list is going to continue to grow as lore gets rolled out. On this online toolkit, you will see that added. We'll have a section for resources, and then we'll have a section for the group activities that will get built out as time goes on. So as this kind of community of lore goblins starts to grow and we have more interest in doing group activities, whether it's in a Discord or maybe right here on the Game Cellar, we do plan on doing some really cool things like world building activities where maybe we take a card or we take a piece of the comic and kind of expand on that just with other parallel lore lovers. You're going to get an example of native language trivia at the end of this show. We could have some podcasts and interviews with guests from the team. I know we did one in the Parallel Discord a couple of months ago with Rye and the Game Cellar during their symposium, and that was really cool. We had Oscar on the show, and he was dropping all kinds of really cool lore-related content. That was pretty sweet. Exploring the comics, obviously, that's going to be a lot of fun, and then maybe in the future there's even some really good sponsored lore writing contests. So these are all group activities that I've kind of built out on the back end, but obviously we've got to develop and build our community first before we can really do a lot of these things, but those are all in the works. And then for every time we do a show on Game Cellar, we will have those show notes and links from everything also included in the online toolkit. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure and show you guys what this online toolkit looks like, because it's a big kind of a key driving piece of the program. And again, because the lore is emerging and there's a lot we don't know and a lot that's going to roll out, this online toolkit serves the community and makes sure everyone's updated on everything that's happening. So I just want to show that real quick before we kind of dig in and chat with everyone else. So I am back now. Hopefully you guys can anyone talk to me here and make sure we can hear everyone?
So good, man.
I think we're good. Yeah, nice.
You've been grinding, Goldie.
Let's go, man. This has been like I said, kind of a long thing coming, something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, but I think just when we had our chat on the Prime.Wiki Awards and we did those 2 shows, just the way that we all gelled and how fun it was and how much the community enjoyed it. Yeah, I just thought that was a great partnership. And I know that Sean and I have been really excited to partner with you guys for this show. So wouldn't be possible without you guys to kind of rally me and get me pumped up to do something lore specific. And then, you know, obviously it's so awesome when we have ambassadors like Allie that are just like, heck yeah, I want to be on this. I love the lore. I want my lore goblin community to rise up and take over. So yeah, I think it's something that we all enjoy. All of us got attracted to Parallel in some way, shape, or form. And I think for a lot of the OGs, the game wasn't out then, right? Like that's all we literally had to lean on was the idea of a game using this amazing art. And I think that's kind of where I want to shift gears and just maybe ask each of you to kind of maybe go around and say, like, what is it that really drew you to Parallel in the first place? All of us are pretty OG. And so again, the game wasn't necessarily out yet. We didn't really know about, you know, card functions and stuff like that. So Allie, I'll start with you. Like, what is it that really drew you into the Parallel universe?
Man, I mean, I think just in general, you know, fantasy science fiction has always been my thing. I don't really like to watch shows and consume content that is based in reality. But I think with Parallel specifically, like the story that something goes awry on Earth, it seems plausible to me in some way. And so, I don't know, I guess I just loved the idea that each person that finds the story in the show will probably feel connected to one of the factions, which I think is pretty cool. And I was talking about it earlier on my stream, but it's very science fiction based, but there is a little sprinkle of fantasy and something that we don't know with the Shroud, and I think that is probably what got me excited the most, I think, initially. But I think it's just you need the lore and the world building to be expansive for the diehards to get really into it. So it, like, the little things like the native language, or just the details that people can get obsessed with, is so important. And so I don't really know what it was, the one thing that attracted me to it at first. Just the entire thing was awesome.
Yeah,
so,
and you were a Shroud stan since day one, right?
yes,
Yeah,
since day
awesome.
one,
Yeah,
100%.
awesome. What about you, Orphan? What was it that really drew you into the parallel universe?
Well, Goldie, I mean, I've always loved fantasy tales. I've always loved coming of age stories. I've loved the British aesthetic of sorting into different houses and going to school, and magical mystery abound. And so, it's just really kind of a natural fit for me. As soon as I saw Harry Potter, it was one of my favorite IP franchises of all time.
Rye, what was it? What was it for you?
I feel like he was giving you a couple of hooks to latch onto there. You want to take them?
I passed. I passed.
Oh man, how do I follow that? In the second I saw Ravenclaw, I was like, I'm in. I love this school of magic. No, I feel like, without like being too long-winded, as designers, as builders, we gravitate towards craft. And I think that with the initial hook from the Parallel team being the pills, and it was cryptic, and you didn't necessarily know what it was, and there were just the initial, how dare you Hufflepuff me, Cobra. The initial cards, and not even necessarily understanding like what came after that. It was very evident that there was a quality group of people behind the project, that there was also a clear juxtaposition of that level of quality versus everything else in the space. And I'm painting with a broad brush, but you guys know what I mean. Like there were artists that were hyper focused on bringing their digital art into this landscape. And then finally we had what seemed like a game or a story that was, actually bringing like legitimate quality work into this landscape. So that was the initial thing that grasped me. And then after that, it's like you just saw it continue to evolve, and there was like never a moment where craft ever was second to anything. It was like we're continuously delivering on this vision, and we are not going to sacrifice quality at any stage. So I don't know how you could not get hooked from day one, and with the consistent delivery from that team.
Yeah.
So that was it for me, I think.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sean, what about you, man?
Can you guys hear me okay?
We can. Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Just curious. So for me, it was the AI generated art and the bots. That's what really drew me in.
I knew that was coming.
No, I legitimately, it was the artwork. So I saw Reality Manipulator featured on OpenSea, and I was like, wow, this is insane. And of course, I'm a Shroud maxi. And then after that, I like got into the community. I started to jump into Discord and talk to people. And so for me, it's the artwork and the people. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll wrap up this little piece of the segment of the show by saying, yeah, honestly, it was the orbs. Like, I will never forget. Obviously, the pills were the first thing that I saw. And on the OG website, each parallel had this like little planet orb. And when I saw the Cathari orb and the Shroud orb especially, I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I think what it was for me, like the art, everything you guys said, like same here. But it was, for me, sci-fi that has a twist of reality to it is something that I really love, where you can look at a story and be like, you know what? This is clearly sci-fi, but this isn't so far-fetched. 10,000 years in the future is a really, really long time. And that's what I wrote in that intro post last week is like, if you look at human civilization as a whole, it's maybe 5,000 years. So if you're to double that with all the technology we have, man, maybe it's not so far-fetched after all, And I think that was the thing that I was like, wow, this is a really cool type of sci-fi. It's very, it's clearly sci-fi, but there's still some reality in there, and you see it in some of the characters and some of the lore that's been emerging. And to me, I think that's just really, really cool because you're like, really have to think about whether or not it could actually happen. So that was what it was for me. But the orbs is what really drew me in, and those clubhouse chats that happened way back in early 2021.
Oh man, I forgot about Clubhouse.
Yeah, clubhouse chats. When I heard Gon and when I heard Mr. Gon and Kalos chat, and I had never heard of these guys before, never heard of anything about Parallel, I was like, these are the two biggest gaming nerds I've ever heard in my life. Like I never heard such guy like geek out so much about blockchain technology and possibly building a game, a trading card game that was sci-fi driven. When I heard their passion and just how focused and dedicated they were to building a fun game, that's when I knew that there was going to be something special here. And so it was those kind of three things that really drew me in. A hockey guy that had never, played trading card games before, and here I am with you guys. So yeah, that's really cool. I love hearing OG stories. I love hearing about how people get involved in a community that's so diverse like Parallel is. And yeah, I thought that was really awesome. So I appreciate you guys sharing that. But now it is time. I'm actually 2 minutes late. So CL, if you're listening or watching, I'm very sorry. But now we have a very special exclusive premiere, so to speak, to share on our very first show. And that is a teaser of Comic 5, Issue 5, which is coming out TM soon. I don't know the date. That was not shared with me, but I'm going to transition here and hope this works. Okay, and we do have a comic trailer ready to play. So I know it's a black screen right now, but I promise you this should work. And here we go. This is a new trailer for Comic 5. Okay, hopefully you guys could hear that. Hopefully you guys could hear that and see it. Sorry to you guys here. I don't know if y'all were able to see it.
Bar looks like he's about to put some people in timeout.
Let's go. Okay, you could hear it. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, it looks like there's some stuff that's coming together. And I have something to share from the comic team.
Let's go.
About this comic. I'm going to read this off directly from the team. Alongside the video, here is a little preview of the issue. Grand Marshal Laurent aims to assert his dominance over the Augencore, pulling the Earthen into an inescapable conflict. As tensions escalate, Captain Barrett's arrival on Earth signals the onset of an even darker threat. Okay. Awesome. So that is a little bit of a teaser to go alongside the video. Huge props to Parallel. And everyone on the writing team for sharing that with us. That's super cool that we got a little bit of an inside glimpse at what's to come. And yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the comics so far? I've absolutely loved them. The Markolian issue is probably the one that stands out to me, but maybe we'll start with you, Allie. What's been maybe a highlight for you in the comics, or just something you've really enjoyed about them?
Can I butt in for just a sec? Sorry, Allie. I just want. Is Mitch actually giving away an avatar? Do we want to run that?
Yeah. I'm running it right now.
Okay, thank you. I had no clue. That's unreal. Fitch, thank you, man.
Oh, I have a keyword ride. Do you want that? I'm with Nightbot.
I already have the name, so I think we're good this time.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get passed by because that's pretty huge.
Okay, that's unreal. Fitch, thank you, man. That's sick.
Dang. Good luck. Okay, so comics. I just want to say the trailer looks epic. I'm a little sad. The Shroud is not issue 5, but I'm wondering if, like, you know how in Game of Thrones it's like the White Walkers are not really in the show a lot of the time, and it's like politics between the humans. I'm wondering if Shroud is kind of going to be this like ominous thing that like only gets sprinkled in some of the time, and most of it is going to be conflict between I don't know, maybe we'll see. But it looks epic though. I will say that. I think the story that I liked the most in the comics was Magna and Meritus. Magna was the second legendary I ever got, and I've just always loved her. And I have a soft spot in my heart for stories about sisters, like Arcane, and I have a sister. And Magna and Meritus, I asked Koji. I don't think that they're like technically sisters, but they're basically sisters. And so learning about their story with Aishio was really cool. And so I'd say that was probably the first thing that I loved.
Nice.
As well as Solia. Solia was super cool too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Orphan, what about you?
What was the question again?
Just favorite part of the comics so far?
Favorite part of the comics so far?
How about
Oh,
Gafar
man.
in issue 1? That would be my guess
Gafar in
for you.
issue 1. Yeah, probably. I mean, pretty much anything with Gafar, I'm here for. Anything Earthen, every Earthen part of the comics has been my favorite.
Nice. Rai, favorite part of the comics so far?
I don't know. I don't have like a favorite part. I just fucking love the line work. The art itself is so fucking good. Like that used to be one of my favorite things to collect was like the black and white art too, like Dragon Ball Z early comics. I just love the line work, man. So I'm just an appreciator of the art.
Let's go.
I know that's a little bit of a cop out.
No, it's okay. I am an appreciator of the art as well. Sean, what about you, man?
Yeah, make me one of those that also just appreciates the art, right? That is key. But I think also kind of the structure of how each time you get to the end of one of the comics, there's a lead in into, oh, hey, something is about to happen. Something's about to go down. And with this one here, it looks like there's some major fighting going on, which is it's exciting.
That's cool. All right. Okay, for me, for the comics, yeah, I think I'm really curious about Saleya. I think Saleya is like just large and in charge, and she doesn't want to listen to what other people have to say, and she's got her own motives. So I thought she was pretty badass in issue 1. And yeah, Rai, you're getting roasted big time right now, buddy. You might have to do. I'm gonna give you a homework assignment, and your homework assignment is read the fucking comics.
You can't come into our house and roast us, man.
That's like real game rat behavior.
Didn't
there.
Money only make it
Money
like through
players.
half an episode with you guys, and then he couldn't figure it out after that?
Hey,
so.
what the hell?
Chat,
So
what do the lines mean?
So I will.
I just like the line work is really good.
I'm not afraid to give out homework assignments. I think Rai's getting the first one. So.
Damn it. Damn it.
Unbelievable.
It's funny. Well, the comics are a great source for lore, and that was really the focus of this little segment, was to make sure that everyone knows that the comics are available. And hey, if you can't purchase one for whatever reason, they're shareable. So everyone who has a comic can share it with up to 3 people. And I believe you have 24 or maybe it's 72 hours available to read it before that invite expires. So find a parallel friend if you don't have the comics and ask them to lend you one, because everyone's got some shares. And the first 4 issues are awesome. And it's funny to think this game's been in development for whatever 3.5 years. And those comics are really the juicy pieces of the lore that we have, where there's some actual storytelling taking place beyond what you see on the website, beyond what you see on the flavor text. So again, this parallel universe is emerging. There's so much that we do not know. And it seems like every time we do learn something, it just leads to even more questions. So, but the writing team's done an amazing job with the work that they've done so far. And we know that the comics are AAA quality with the coloring and the artwork and everything else. And hey, we were even getting some variants, some variant card backs that come out with each comic as well. So again, look at it. Right, what is this? This is from Toronto. This is from Toronto.
You guys thought I didn't read?
Wow.
And he still hasn't read them, and he owns them.
That's funny. Yep.
Rise glitched and muted,
Did we lose Rai?
or is that just me?
Lost them.
I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
He's still showing.
That's what happens when you don't freaking read.
Does Rye know sign language?
Let's see
He
if
knows
it's,
one sign. I've seen it.
see if that's something on my end real quick. I actually feel like I'm not screwing up nearly as much as I thought I would.
Show him that sign again, Orphan. Just, so
Yeah, this is a children's scream.
I'll transition and try and come back real quick.
I think it's on PDO, so I think Rye should try and rejoin.
Yeah, right. You want to try to rejoin before we go into some aftermath cards here?
He's signing yes.
Yeah, I think he can just rejoin. Cool. Well, while we wait for Rye, who does not read or know how to work his mic, we will we'll transition to some aftermath cards. So what I did is as you guys know, we've been seeing some aftermath cards start to get leaked, which is awesome. And the new artwork looks amazing. We see some really great perfect loops, which I know everyone loves the perfect loops. And so I asked all of our special guests to pick an aftermath card that they like so far and explain why. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, how can I pull these up? I'm going to switch scenes and I'm going to pull up the card. And we'll start with Allie. So Allie, you actually chose two, and I will let you choose. Let's see. You had either the hacker.
Yes.
Do you want to? Let's go with the hacker here. I'll switch scenes. We've got the hacker pulled up. So why don't you go ahead and share what you like about the hacker?
I mean, how can you not like the hacker? The perfect loop is just so cool. I don't know. I guess I just love the art. I don't know what else to say other than the hacker looks like a pretty epic character. I have an actor in mind who I feel like, I don't know his name, but would totally play him well. But yeah, just super cool. Love it.
I think the attention to detail on the jacket and just how realistic it looks is amazing. And yeah, good choice. That's a really sick perfect loop.
Is there nail polish on those fingers?
I think so.
I think I'll see a little glint of red for sure.
Right.
And Black Market Fixer is just one of the best perfect loops ever, and it's reminiscent of that,
Mm-hmm. Good
Same
call.
thingies.
Good call. Yeah, that's a really sick one. Taehoon Park is the artist for that card. So I believe that was the first Aftermath card that was shared. I could be wrong. I think there might have been a few before that, but one of the earlier ones. This is from August 26, and yeah, awesome choice. So Orphan, your favorite card is Hold the Line. I've got it pulled up here on stream.
I think anyone that knows me saw this one coming. Another Tane card. And I like to, so in my head canon, this is not Tane, this is Tane's evil twin.
I mean,
I
could
don't
be.
know if that's true or not, but I would like that to be true. Petition for that to be true. Because I want to see a Tane versus Tane battle. I wanted to see a Tane versus the giant gorilla bot battle. But I guess I would have to settle for a Dark Tane.
Yeah, you know what else is really cool? Like the Malachite shield, like the green that comes on top of the shield is really sick. There's some details in the background as well. Yeah, really sick. Okay, awesome. Is Rye back yet? I don't think Rye's back yet because I don't think I've added him in.
Nope, he's not back yet.
Use the same link.
He had to restart his entire.
Oh, he had to. Okay, he totally bailed on us. Thanks a lot, Rye. So Sean, we'll kick it over to you. Did you have a Aftermath card that you liked the most?
I did.
Yes, Marcolian. It was the Guerrilla Tactics.
That's right.
All right. What stood out to you here? What do you love about it?
I mean, look at the snipers, ARs, whatever they're holding. Just reminds me of all the crazy movies that have people with guns in them and smoke and I don't know, just brings back memories. Maybe I played too much Liberty
That's and the way that the light shines on what we believe is Muriel is really sick. And there's some cards out there where characters have been featured twice. Like obviously we just saw Tane in the previous one. This one looks to have Muriel featured, and that's really cool too. Is we're starting to see multiple cards with the same characters, and I think that's really awesome. But yeah, it's a beautiful choice. I think the atmosphere and just the way that you can see some sparks in the air or whatever that is in the back is really, really sick. Good choice. Rye is
It
not.
does look like laser.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I can smell the $5.
So good.
All right, and then since Rye's not here, this.
I think he's back.
Rye's back. Let's go. Can we see you too on stream? I would never do that to you. But hey, welcome back. Well, you're up, brother. Your favorite Aftermath card so far? Radiant Legion.
this guy.
More work. I saw that. I can hear you. I can hear you. Raya's relaying his affection for this card. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Okay, man. It's a beautiful. You did a great job. Okay, well it's a sick. And this one just came out I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
This card reminds me of like when you're trick or treating and you step on a doormat that's like triggered, and then one of the dummies like on the porch just starts like shaking violently, like having a seizure.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just the energy I'm getting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would be scared if that happened to me for sure.
Yes.
But really, really cool shot. I don't remember who it was, but Rye, I saw that same tweet where someone was like, "Oh, it's the synchronicity hands," and that's really cool. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's exploring lore right there. You're trying to put two pieces together from two totally different cards, and hey, maybe there's something there, maybe there isn't. But when you just have card flavor text to work with, it's kind of like a huge puzzle, right? Like you're trying to put these pieces together, and that's such a fun thing to do. And I know we all enjoy it. So I think for my favorite Aftermath card, this one should probably not come to a surprise if you've been following the new Twitter account. But the Cerulean Shade Stalker is my favorite Aftermath card so far. And again, on the new Twitter account, I also posted an example of some of the content that I'll be curating and posting online. And I just did a little bit of a deep dive on this card because Parallel was so amazing. Like they're such chads. They posted not only one of the original sketches from one of the artists, but a whole bunch of additional 3D renderings that just bring this card to life in so many ways. And I love every single detail about this card. I love the construction of the Stalker and the creepy like legs that remind me of Salvador Dali painting, and the Temptation of St. Anthony, and just that whole sensor and the way that it looks and how it's designed. And there's some really cool like little verbiage on the sensor that alludes to some stuff that we could dig into. And yeah, even just like looking at the history of sensors and how ornate they are, it was really, really cool to just kind of dive into that card and look at all the little details included on that Stalker. So yeah, that happens to be my favorite card so far in Aftermath. And there's another one released today that looked really sick. And it sounds like every other day or every day, Parallel is rolling out these new Aftermath cards, which is really exciting because if you're an OG and you remember when the first set of cards came out, shift back to you guys. When the first set came out, we didn't know what their functions were. We had no clue. We would just sit around in Discord and guess basically, or try to get alpha out of the game team, which was really fun as well. So Sorry, I don't have Rye on camera yet, but Rye, you're still with us, right? All right, sweet. I think I can just re-add you real quick. Okay. Let's see. All right.
Rice said it's way funnier when he's not there. Chat, do you agree? Dude, chat's cracking me up, man.
I probably could do this pretty fast because we're about to wrap things up anyways. We've got about 10 minutes, but I know we've got some lore trivia. We're going to do a little bit of lore trivia and do the giveaways. But Allie, can I ask you real quick, is there one thing that you're most excited for in the future of Parallel? So if we're looking forward, obviously Aftermath, we've got comic issue 5, but is there like anything beyond the horizon or anything in the future that you're super excited for?
Okay, just beyond the lore and everything, I'm really excited for the hopefully in-person world championship. Just like the culmination of the league. I feel like it's just going to be an epic event, and it'll hopefully just be an amazing memory for anyone that gets to go. So that's probably my number one.
Nice. Good answer. Orphan, what about you?
I'm excited to see more lines and more of the artwork, because I like the way that the artwork looks inside the pages. And so, like, when it comes to either looking at the lore or thinking or or playing the game, I like to do all of that stuff. And so any more of that stuff that starts to happen, I think I'm just gonna be really just here for,
Well, you do a great job of clicking buttons and being very specific with your answers, so I really appreciate that. All right, Orphan banished himself. Rye banished himself to the singularity. But since I guess sound waves still work in a black hole, he can answer his. What is he? Yeah, I think you can. Go for it. I don't know. Can people hear you?
Hard to tell.
That's funny. We can't hear you, Ryan. We're cutting you off. We can't hear you. You don't get to answer.
And
you don't get
time.
to answer. Time. All right, Sean. Sean, what are you most excited for in the future Parallel?
That was a great answer from Rye. I know you guys couldn't hear it, but
Oh man, there's so much to be excited about. I think I'm gonna tag along with Allie's answer though. If there's a possibility for us to do an in-person championship for Parallel League, how cool would that be? We can all get together. We can see the best people play, and somebody's going to win a huge prize and take down the championship. So that's what I would have to say.
Nice. All right. So my answer is a little bit, well, I guess it makes sense. But honestly, I think I'm like really excited for if there's one day a huge planet or a huge Parallel cosplay contest.
Ooh.
Where literally there's just hundreds of people out there that are dressing up in different Parallel characters, and I don't know how it would work.
The
but
championship.
yeah, it'd be.
That is actually a really cool answer.
Yeah.
Love that.
Hell yeah, it's a cool answer. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it happen. Last year, my costume for the Halloween contest was the Galleon Orator, and I didn't do a very good job. Like my makeup was terrible, so I have a lot of work to do for my costume for Halloween. But I'm really curious if we're gonna see Orphan do some more Shoshana cosplay.
Dude, I'm just gonna get actually jacked in real life and start doing a shit ton of steroids, and then I can be tame in actual real life.
Okay. Well, that would be a commitment, and I would love to see that.
How long do you think it would take me to get that jacked?
With steroids, not that much time.
Not that much time. How many years do you think that would take off of my life? Because I'm willing to go up to 5.
Well,
Over under 3.
Over under 3? Man, I have no idea.
Oh, Fitch is
I'll have to do the math. I'll have to run the math on that one.
Yeah, run those numbers. Get back to us.
Fitch actually. Fitch, does anyone remember who did the Kathy cosplay last year? That was insanely good. I don't know if you guys remember, but she had every detail down. Like, it was unreal. But then we had the guy who did. Oh, what?
Laser Man Killer?
Is that who it was? It was the guy that had perfect makeup for I'm trying to remember the card. Do you
Was
know
it
who I'm
Lemon?
talking about? Crew Boss. Thank you, Bran. Yes,
Oh,
Crew
Boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
Crew Boss was really, really good. Like, it seemed like that guy sat in a chair for like 6 hours to have his makeup done. That
did.
was pretty
That was epic.
phenomenal. That was really epic. That was probably one of my favorite ones. But yeah, I think hopefully you guys are doing a Halloween contest. If you're not, you are now. So can't wait for Game Cellar's Halloween costume contest coming up in October. That's gonna be sweet. So, all right, awesome. Thank you guys so much. This was really, really fun. Chat, thank you guys for joining and being patient. You also got to see a demonstration of someone getting banished. So for all the new players out there, this is what it looks like, just pure blackness, and that's it. But let's go ahead and wrap this show up with some trivia. And I'm going to do this in 2 ways. So I have 2 questions that I'm just going to ask straight up. And the guests will help me track this because I got to see who answers first. But whoever gets this first question correct, 2 of the Japanese parallel packs will be yours. So you get 2 packs for the first person that answers this question. And the question is, on what card is the 5th palm of Gali revealed? On what card is the 5th palm of Gali revealed? Okay. I'm waiting.
Type.
I'm waiting.
Don't
Here,
do it.
I might even type out the question.
While people are answering that, remember we got to give away the avatar. In Discord, Rye posted the winner.
Okay. I don't know how to do that.
Just announce it. Rye picked the winner.
Oh, right, pick the winner. It's in Discord. Okay. Jer, that is not correct. So 6th palm of Gali is its own card, but I'm asking on what card. So it's going to be, I'll give you a hint. It's flavor text, right? On what card is the 5th palm of Gali revealed? Hey, Beijing, let's go. Good job.
Wow.
Beijing.
Oh.
Great job.
Rye said Josh wins
Nerf
so many
Josh.
of these. He's so good.
He's our lead lore goblin. He's King Lore Goblin for now.
We should make a war
Great job,
goblin
Beijing.
leaderboard.
Great job. That is the correct answer. Swelling Tide. If you guys read the lore, or sorry, the flavor text for Swelling Tide, it reveals the 5th palm of Gali. And we know there's at least 6 palms of Gali. And it's really cool to kind of dig into the lore. And I can tell you there's a few that have still not been revealed. So great job, Beijing. Here's the second question. Okay, this is another good one. I like coming up with lore questions. What is the full name, and same prize, by the way, this is for 2 Japanese parallel card packs.
2.
2.
Count them. 2.
Dos.
1.
2. The question is, I'm going to type this in the chat. What is the full name of the earthen terminal? What is the full name of the earthen terminal?
Leon Vanderbilt Smith.
Very close.
And Associates.
Very close.
Yeah,
The terminal's just a law firm.
yeah, it's just a guy.
Cobra says it's even easier, but he hasn't answered yet.
Oh,
Caveman.
got it.
Caveman, good job.
Wow.
Caveman winner. I also would have accepted just Mycelial Network remote terminal, but hey, that's unreal. Good job. Good job. I highly suggest everyone go check out those terminals because they come with these amazing PDF documents that were done by the team and the artists, and they go into amazing detail about how the terminals work and the technology behind them. And yes, Caveman, you are 100% correct. If you haven't seen the art inside the terminals, it's insane. And there are also terminal card backs that look a little bit different than the actual terminals themselves. So again, more lore that you can dig into that's emerging right now. Can't wait to see how these terminals like play into the universe. Where we see them, they pop up in little places in some of the comics and stuff like that. So that's very cool. Okay, last piece of lore trivia. This one will take some time. And how this is going to work is I'm going to switch scenes and show you the graphic. And then the first person that answers on Twitter will win a collector pack from Planetfall. Big,
On Twitter?
juicy. Yes, this one will be done on Twitter because it takes. So this is what's going to pop up is a graphic of a native language and a phrase. The winner needs to translate the phrase and answer the trivia question and tag our new account. So I will put this, I'll type it in the chat. So you have to decipher the message, answer the trivia, post on X, and tag at Parallel Lore. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here is the image. I'm going to leave it up for a few minutes. Okay, and I will also post this image on Twitter right now, just so it's kind of fair for everyone. Okay, so as you can see, as you can probably guess, this is the Markolian native language. And yes, the image is a little bit of a hint, but you still need to decipher the whole message. So I need to see a full decipher and an answer, and I'm posting this on our new account right now. Decipher message, answer, trivia, post and share. And that's all I got. So here goes the graphic. And I'll flip back to everyone and we will wrap this puppy up.
Money Plane got it.
What did he say? Barkolians are coming to Aftermath this October. I'm really rattled that Rye is not with us because I would love for him to explain the history of Barkolians. That's some community lore.
He knows it all.
Oh, it's an orphan. Give it to us, buddy.
Rye's the real lore expert on the Barkolians, but I do have to say that they are confirmed to be the sixth parallel. They also, there's debate, honestly, whether or not there are multiple factions of Barkolians and they all live on planet Kibble and Bits, or if there's only one faction. But what we do know is they live in fire hydrant houses. They are master poisoners, so they, unlike the card, they actually poison their food, their dog treats, their grass, whatever it may be that you eat, and they use that as their main assuage of warfare.
That's pretty sick. That's some good community lore right there. Deep canon. Okay, there goes the tweet. Awesome. So again, native languages are super sick. Very little has been explored with them, but the team did an awesome job of sharing all of those. And so again, in our online toolkit, you will see links to the native languages so that you can kind of mess around with those and learn a little bit more about those. So I think that's it, guys. I am ready to wrap this bad boy up.
Avatar.
Oh, Avatar, the winner. Avatar. I'm sorry, guys. The big juicy Avatar. Scrolling. Let's go. The winner is Ice Wolf. Ice Wolf, you have won an Avatar directly from Parallel. Wow. I had no clue that was happening.
Yeah, Fitch just came in and said we're giving away an Avatar. So
okay,
thank you, Big Parallel.
Thank you, Big Papa Parallel. Thank you to all the viewers that joined the very first Inside the Lines show, partner or sponsored by Game Cellar and Prime.Wiki. Ali, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the first show. It's great to have you. You've been such an awesome ambassador for Parallel. And putting in the hours streaming the game and sharing all the great content. So we'd love to have you back to come talk lore at any time. You're always welcome. And Orphan and Rye, I'm sorry you got banished, but 100% not my fault. Sorry to the chat that Rye got banished. Sean, thank you so much for all your support and for all the great work you're doing with Prime.Wiki and the EPs. And Goldie, thank you so much for not completely screwing this up and destroying the whole hour and all the work that went into it. So yeah, thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait for the next one. My goal is to stream at least once a month. But if our community grows faster and I've got some more stuff to share, then at least I got through this. I know I can do it now. And thank you guys so much for joining. Can't wait to see you on the battlefield, and have a great, great rest of the week and weekend. Shout out to Allie's cat, who is an awesome guest.
I just was like, I'm just gonna let her be a guest on the show too.
She's welcome anytime as well. She's welcome anytime as well. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.